Welcome back to Engineering with Evans. In this video, I want to show you the basic controls and interface of TinkerCAD. So TinkerCAD is an online web-based 3D modeling software. It's meant to be an introduction to 3D modeling and CAD, so computer-aided design. So once you go to TinkerCAD, you should have already created an Autodesk account, an Autodesk education account. When you get into TinkerCAD, it will prompt you to log in. Just sign in with your Google information, and then you're going to create a new design. So in TinkerCAD, you work by dragging and dropping and combining shapes or forms into a work plane. So this work plane is where you are going to be building and designing. You can edit information about the work plane down here. So you can edit the grid size, change the units. So most people like to work in inches, and the width and the length. So the overall size. Right now, this is almost 8 inches by 8 inches. So a little bit less than the size of a sheet of paper. You can change the snap grid. So if you were to drag in a shape, so we click and drag, how far you can move that with the arrow keys is based on the size of your snap grid. So when you're trying to get things to line up properly, that can help you out. Okay, but the basic controls are available up on this top toolbar row. So you can copy and paste items. You can duplicate an item. You can delete an object. You can undo and redo. And then here are some controls you can use once you start adding basic shapes. Okay, this in the top left is called your view cube. So if you click and drag your view cube, you can get different perspectives on your work plane. So say you were working on a project and you had a box with a cylinder. All right, and maybe you wanted to be able to see the underside of that box to add something. You can drag your view cube and look from a different perspective and start modifying the box from this perspective. Okay, so this view cube up here allows you to click and drag to see and control your view, or you can just click on different edges and get a perspective from that edge or face of the view cube. Okay, you can always return to home. So that's the home button. And then you can zoom in and zoom out using the plus and minus over here, or just scrolling up or scrolling down on your keypad or mouse. Okay, we'll get more into how to use some of these shapes and some of the tools on the right-hand side of this toolbar. The most important thing you need to know is how to change the name of your file. TinkerCAD likes to put a strange name as soon as you create a new design. So you just need to click on that name and enter whatever you want the new file to be. So last name, first initial, and this is just a TinkerCAD demo. Okay, so that's a brief introduction to TinkerCAD, the interface, and some of the basic controls.